Hello, San Francisco. This is Ellen Li Zhao. I am grateful that you're coming to visit me on my website. 2024, we start with 53 people, and the finalized day, June 12, 2024. Now we know we have 13 people running for San Francisco mayor. Why should you vote for me out of the 13 people? Well, number one, I am a very dedicated person for you. Running for mayor is not a joke, okay? Running for mayor is very hard. It takes effort, time, energy, money, and a whole team. It takes a whole village, the whole city to move in order for us to make changes. 2019, I was running for mayor against Lyndon Breed, and I was number two. And this year, 2024, and I'm still running against Lyndon Breed. So from 2019, now we are 2024, 5 years later. Think about we have been going through. We have homeless dying on the street. We have drug dealing. We have people are not reasonable anymore in the government. Vaccine mandate. And if you're not doing so, you get fired from your job. And the criminals coming from other cities to come to San Francisco to rob us, car break-ins. The most important issue that we face is the corruption within our government. How do I know? I worked for the government for almost 20 years until I was wrongfully terminated in 2022 because I did not accept an experimental medical procedure, the COVID-19 vaccine. Along, many other people get fired just like me and happen to be Christians and Catholics and people who believe freedom. In America, we do not govern by the political establishment. We govern by consent. So if the government leaders lying to you, telling you what to do, if you don't do it and you will lose job, you cannot go to school, you cannot go to eat, that is un-American. That is not in America anymore. That is called dictatorship. That is called tyranny. That is called communism. So what we have in San Francisco for the last 5 years, minimum that we know of, it's communism, it's dictatorship. It's nothing like we are living in America. So San Francisco is famous for poo, pee, crimes, and we have so many business left San Francisco. We had about 36% empty apartments, and the business paying the taxation, tax, they left. So the question is, why should you vote for me? You look at my track record as I worked it for a public servant for the government. I did real well. I heal people. I work with homeless. I work with people who are criminals, got out of jail. I work with people depressed, anxious. And with my experience with the government and knowing many department leaders, and I understand there's a lot of corruption going on. If we do not end the corruption, then we don't have a city. San Francisco, in fact, we have not had a city for many years. So my promise to the people, I will let you know what's going on in City Hall. We will set a new website and letting you know according to each district, each community, and the way that you can understand that you the people should control the government, not like currently the government leaders controlling our freedom and tax us like no tomorrow, and the business has to close because of the crimes, and the homeless become a business for them to keep using the homeless who are no longer in San Francisco, but they use their information to vote for them, to do a lot of illegal activities for the homeless who's no longer exist either in San Francisco or in this world. So my promises to you is transparency to you, and also I will have a new unit, and it's run by their people, a safety committee that will be running for people by the people that. There's no need for taxpayer to keep paying all those unnecessary fees. They will be run by the people, for the people, by the people, to audit the government departments expenses and income and expenses, we know that something is not added up nowadays with this homeless going on, crimes going on. Yet the government continue to what? Reward themselves with raise, vacation, holiday, and all this unnecessary stuff that we are seeing. So, as a new mayor to be, after I inaugurated in January 2025, I will set up uh, many of the public hearings. I would say the first 6 months I will be having public hearing. I will hear what you say, and we're going to organize according to your will and your community. It's called We the People Controlling the Government, not like right now the dictators, the globalists, the communists, some leaders controlling our government right now. So I will also mobilize the immigrant, the people with limited language skills, and we will work together and create business for people who have skills. We will do a transparent marketing and also for people to use their skills, and we will create websites. It's called Business for All San Franciscans, and we'll be able to do that. I have a lot of people behind the scene working on projects and programs to replace the current establishment that is created by the globalists or the deep state, sometimes they call them. They no longer for San Francisco. So if you continue to vote for the same thing, same party, same leadership, and people going from one position to another, but it's the same people, same party behind the scene, then I ask you that why do you complain then? So that's why you have to vote for me. I am the only one telling you what's going on in the government about corruption, about untransparency, or those biggest budget that we have in San Francisco. San Francisco has less than 800,000 residents, but the budget we have almost $15 billion, bigger than LA, bigger than some of the small states in America. So San Francisco, it has the most taxation money people in San Francisco. The government has nothing, nothing. The government has nothing until you and me, the taxpayers, pay in all those taxation, many of them illegal taxes, and put the government in there for the people. But currently, we don't have the government run by the people. So, as your new mayor, after inauguration, that we're going to work a system that we're going to stop the people who are in business abusing the homeless. We will heal the homeless. We will heal the drug dealers, drug abusers, and we will stop human trafficking in San Francisco. Currently, there's a lot of people missing on the street. That means we have human trafficking up to most likely organ harvesting in San Francisco streets. And I will be working with you in groups, small communities, individuals, ideas to recreate a city for all people are able to use your skills. Because we have so much money in the city, we just have to learn how to allocate it. So to help the children, help the young people, and give money to the parents, incentive for business, so the business can come back and we can have jobs for homeless, we can have jobs for common sense people. At the same time, we're going to giving back the parental right and student right for them to learn naturally about who they are, what they do, and because God is watching each one of us, you and me are watching by God. And as a new mayor, I will work with many of you, the independent medias. We know that many of the current mockingbird medias, they're not for America. They're not for San Francisco. They're telling you the same thing over and over, and believe yourself. Look around what's going on in San Francisco. Are you feeling better between 2019, 2022, or 2024? So if they did not do anything to better San Francisco for the last 20 years, for the last 10 years, and remember, we do not have a problem in the beginning. The problems are created by the governmental leaders. Do you understand that? We, the people, have no problem until the government leaders in there, they are put in by the deep state, the globalists, to destroy San Francisco on purpose by using the homeless to abuse them and using their number to draw public taxpayer money, have all those nonprofit and maybe many of them just received the money and did nothing about homeless. There's an article about it a couple some weeks ago. You can actually Google it. I'll be working with different religions in San Francisco, and it doesn't really matter what religions that you are believing. Like me, I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. Sometimes other people believe in Hinduism, Muslim, Catholic. Like Chinese people believe in Guan Yin, Buddha. It doesn't really matter what religions you believe, but it matters if your religion's able to protect children. Stop killing unborn babies, because we need the future leaders. And especially if you're African American, you know what I mean. Many of this Planned Parenthood, they're target to kill black babies. Take my word. You don't take my word, that's okay. You go do some research. Why they keep killing black babies in America? Why black people have generations in jail and selling drugs? You do your homework, because I done my homework. Now, the liberals using the race genders, like, oh, you're black, you're Chinese, you're white, and against each other. But as a mayor to be, I will be creating different programs for all of the people in San Francisco. It doesn't really matter you're black, you're white, you're Chinese, and you're immigrant, you're US born. We all are in San Francisco. And I will be united with each one of us and willing to take the step and be the good leader, so everyone can be winning. Student can be happy, families can be happy, business coming back and tourists coming back, and the business will not be afraid of the government. The parents will not be hateful about government leaders. And I'll be working with arts and entertainment, because I got a couple phone calls. They asked me, like, how are you going to give the money and to help the people know how to do with arts and entertainment. And that's pretty easy. Do an assessment, work with people, and also the government that I'm about to enter, about to recreate, rebirth. The government is just like the government we created in the 1840s, 1900s. But anything in the last 15 years that I understand in San Francisco has been infiltrated by communism leaders, by dictators, and by the globalists who are putting in the dark money, like right now. We have 53 people start running for mayor, registered to go. But when we finalize in June 12, 2024, we now have 13 people qualified to be a candidate for mayor. However, the dark money, the deep state money, continue to control the same party, telling the entire world and say there's only 5 people running for mayor. I'm telling you, if you continue to believe the same lie, I have nothing else to say. I can only ask you to think about what we're going through in the last 10 years, in the last 5 years. If they are so good, I'm telling you, we would not be running for mayor. If they are so good, I wouldn't be challenged them, because we are not good in San Francisco. We are famous for pools and peas and drugs, rampage, and the business left, and we are not good. Because we are not good, because the people in leadership, they do not work for you, their people. So I will be working for you. I will be having public hearing in the first 6 months, day and night. We will set it out. We will use the public money for you, the San Franciscans. And I can do that. And you got to trust your instincts. You have nothing to lose by vote me into the mayorship, because we lost so much already. So I will be the first leader in San Francisco history to redirect all the resources, all the power back to you, the people. Because I have so many teams, it's already created, and only need the vote from you to get in. Then we're going to teach you common law. We're going to teach you the U.S. Constitution, how to protect you from the dictatorship, the evil, wicked leaders within our government system. You do not have to suffer. You do not have to be afraid. We are all the people in San Francisco. We are in it together. So vote for me, Ellen, for mayor. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And God bless San Francisco. Thank you.